I always loved The Matrix. With its gritty dark tone, deep philosophy, pessimistic view on future of humanity and AI, it truly strikes your imagination and leaves you wondering about profound existential issues. The first film was a literal perfection. Fascinating story built around a unique concept and balanced with good performances and well choreographed action. It was a revolution for its time and it still remains one of the best sci-fi movies ever. The second and third films, while definitely flawed, were good enough to be considered as success. So when you hear that there's gonna be another Matrix film almost 20 years after Matrix Revolutions, which pretty much concluded all the story, an obvious question pops in your head.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why? Why do you do it?
And yet, filled up with nostalgic emotions and hope, I went to cinema and saw The Matrix Resurrections. This is me after watching it. I'm not sure that I can find the right words to describe my feelings about this film. It was a terrible movie. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be something truly groundbreaking, but I thought it could at least be somewhat of an exciting experience. And it's not. There's nothing good about this movie. The plot tries to be inventive and unique, but ultimately turns into a phony and artificial garbage that constantly tries to remind you of the original Matrix. Remember when Neo met Morpheus? Remember how Agent Smith said,
Mr. Anderson.
God damn it, doesn't anyone in Warner Brothers understand it? The more you remind me of how good the original Matrix was, the more you will convince me that this film sucks. You know what? Okay, let's not forget that we're living in 2021. Who cares about good story? Majority of Hollywood movies are all about visual spectacle. So at least Matrix Resurrection will have some epic action scenes, right?
Wrong.
Turns out the action here is worse than anyone could expect. The fight scenes are lazy, poorly edited, and with constantly shaking camera like it's some low-budget trash film. You would think that with advancement of CGI technology we could at least get a better visual, but we don't. Any fight sequence can't even stand in comparison to similar scenes from the original Matrix. God damn it, that film was shot with far inferior technology and released back in 1999. Most of you wasn't even born back then. How could they fuck this up? I'm not very happy with the performances either. None of the new cast members were particularly outstanding, while Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss looked pretty much tired of all this shit. The film kinda tried to explain what happened after the third Matrix, but in the meantime it led to more unanswered questions, so I don't know, man. The Warner Brothers went full brothers with this one. They practically took a giant crap on the legacy of the Matrix. And you know what? Compared to this, even the highly problematic third Matrix seems like a fucking masterpiece. Usually, with clearly bad movies, I do have one or two good aspects that I like, but here, I honestly don't know what to say. Look, I know that the Warner Bros. Was going to continue this franchise with or without Lana Wachowski, one of the co-directors of the original trilogy, and the film clearly hints on that. I mean seriously, there's a scene in the movie where one of the characters says that. Who knows, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Maybe it's just a one big troll with meta references that mocks the industry. I mean, it kinda felt like a Matrix parody anyway. I'm just not sure how appropriate it is to trash an iconic franchise just for sake of showing us that Hollywood loves to trash iconic franchises. It might work for some, but didn't really work for me. I'm gonna give The Matrix Resurrections 5 out of 10. Thanks for breaking my fucking heart. See you.